Hi, I just wanted to touch base on a question that is troubling many people, especially those who are in small businesses, because of the unprecedented times that we are facing, where the world as we know it, whatever jobs or whatever businesses we've run, are going to be challenged by the effects of coronavirus, especially when we get to a stage where the country is on lockdown or our cities are on lockdown. It means that we will not be able to use public transport the way we do, we will not be able to move from point A to point B the way we do. We might get to a stage where only deliveries are allowed from one part of the city to the next or from city to city. So how then do you position yourself if your sole survival is based on your small business? Basically, what needs to happen between now and when the eventuality happens is for you to start preparing. What does starting preparing means? It means that you now have to analyze how your business is run, how you usually do business, how you interact with your customers, and how that features on the parameters that the state has given. For example, if all of a sudden the government says that there are no people to people visits or people coming to your shop or to your store or whatever. So let me give an example. If your business is supplying cooked eggs or cooked fried chicken to passengers at the train station or at the bus station, it means that there are not going to be any people boarding a bus from one city to the next, because those are the people who buy your eggs as they wait for 2 hours for the bus to leave. But it does not mean that people will not need eggs. It just means that now you need to start thinking about people who are going to be scared to go to the market to go and buy eggs. So how then do you supply them? So you start supplying them with the chickens and the eggs. So that's the rethinking. If your business is in transporting school children from home to school and picking them from school to home, it means that there will be no business because the schools are going to be closed. So parents will not pay you to pick your kids, but you still have a bus or a small car that you use for transporting. Remember, your job is not to own a bus. Your job is to move stuff from point A to point B. Instead of moving school children, you still can move what people need moving. As the country goes on lockdown, what usually happens is that deliveries, people ordering things without seeing them, is going to go up. So you might then make it known. You already have a database of parents. Send them a message and tell them that instead of carrying your school kids, if you have a parcel that needs to be picked from point A to point B, I'll be able to pick it for you. Remember, if you are in a country like ours here in Malawi, where the hospitals are already overwhelmed, but people still need to send lunch to the hospitals, you can offer that service. You can offer the service of saying, I'll be able to go to the market or to go to where I can pick this and pick. I'm only saying this just to help you start thinking about what you can do, what's within your control, without you starting to worry and affect how you survive. Because besides, when all is said and done, you still have to have an income, you still have to pay your staff, you still have to live with your children. So that's the kind of thinking that you need to start putting in place before we get to a stage where you can't even think you are now in a pandemonium. Whatever crisis that comes with, it comes with this problem, but it also gives you opportunities to tailor make the business that you have so that you continue surviving. I'm going to be sharing a bit more on what we can do to utilize what we're going to have in the next coming weeks and months as we are on lockdown, if we get to lockdown. But I already know some of you are in South Africa and some other countries are already on lockdown. So what can we do with our phones? Because we're still going to have internet, we're still going to have access to social media. How best can we utilize so that we continue having an income that takes us through these difficult times? Thank you.